Again, on May 1st, 1981, Nigeria formally joined the rest of the world in observing Workers' Day, turning what had been a long international labor tradition into a national event. Across major cities and small towns, workers gathered together in organized processions, not merely to celebrate, but to assert their place in the country's economic and political life. That decision, taken at the time of growing labor consciousness, established a yearly platform where the voices of workers could no longer be ignored. In Nigeria, Workers' Day is more than a ceremonial gathering. It serves as a structured platform for engagement between labor unions and government authorities. Each year, workers use the occasion to highlight issues affecting their welfare, including wages, working conditions, unemployment, and the rising cost of living. Beyond formal speeches, the day reinforces the relevance of collective bargaining. It reminds both workers and policymakers that labor rights are not static, but requires continuous negotiations and protection. Joining me live is the chairman of the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, Oyo State Council, Comrade Bosun Agoro. It's good to have you, and let me wish you a happy Workers' Day. I know a lot of issues are in the front burner, considering the economic challenge that everyone faces, and of course what is happening in the Middle East. But highlight some of this major challenge that it has to do with the day-to-day living of Nigerian workers.
Hello, good evening. Please, can you go over that once again? There was some.
Okay, I'm asking you that what are the major challenges facing the Nigerian worker at this time?
Okay, thank you. And first and foremost, I would like to celebrate with all Nigerian workers, and most importantly, the Dangote 800. Today is a remarkable one for us because they are back to work, and we would like to congratulate all the people that are involved, the 800 people, Dangote Refinery, and most especially Pengasan for this achievement. So now going to the question that you have asked, the theme of our Workers' Day today is insecurity and poverty. Those two things are major on the things that are affecting Nigerian workers at the moment. Insecurity in the sense that people are no longer secure. People are getting kidnapped in their home. Workers are getting kidnapped on their way to work. People are not so safe going to work because they don't know the next thing that can happen to them. We have seen several occurrences, especially in the northern part of Nigeria, where workers, people have been kidnapped due to the lack of security in the country. And secondly, is the second thing that we mentioned, which is poverty. Today, Nigerian workers are poor, and we are getting poorer due to what is happening to the economy. We were at a meeting yesterday, both NLC and TUC joint meeting, and before we left that meeting, another hike in gantry price was announced, which means even the pump price will go up. That means that the money that we had, even that were paid at the end of last month, we cannot budget on it again. Nigerian workers are getting poorer. We asked for a living wage, but what we were given less than 2 years ago is not up to what we can call minimum wage. And that is the situation. And today, we could see that the price of crude is ticking up again. So we're expecting more of this hardship to come on Nigerian workers and, by extension, the people of Nigerians.
So
this is what we are facing.
All right, let me come in. Like, when we identified all of these challenges, like I said earlier, we know that the hike of the price of crude is a fallout of what is happening in the Middle East. What will be your suggestions for interventions from government?
Okay, as suggested by the president of the Trade Union Congress, who also doubles as the president of Pengas and Comrade Festus Osifo, which we fully align with, which we believe makes a whole lot of sense, is that this crude that is being given to people that are refining in Nigeria, let us give it to them as a subsidized rate, which will mean that those people refining it will give refined product to Nigerians at the rate at which they were giving it to us before the war in the Middle East. This will make things to be stable because we are actually enjoying a little bit of stability before the crisis in the Middle East. But all of a sudden, because of the hike in the price of crude, everything got skyrocketed. Another thing we're asking for is tax relief. And this is the only way by which money can go back into the pockets of workers. Everything that we're seeing today that has to do with the hike in the price of crude all over the world, the only positive effect of that is going into the hand of government and by extension politicians which many Nigerians don't trust that they will use all these resources for their benefit. So the only way government can compensate an average worker, an average Nigerian, is by making sure that we are the beneficiary of what is happening now, by giving crude to the refineries at a subsidized rate, which will make the price of refined product to still remain the same. As of today, the price of transportation, the price of goods and services, they have all skyrocketed because of what is happening now. And we are the direct negative impact that is happening to Nigerian workers. So these are a few of the solutions that we are thinking that will help Nigerian workers at this moment.
Comrade Bosun Olabi is the chairman of TUC Ibadan State Council. Thank you, or your State Council, I beg your pardon. Thank you so much for joining us on the news at 7.